It does take off too. It's got 190 kilowatts. So it's got plenty of grunt. Volkswagen Tiguan R-Line all-wheel drive. So they've got this sort of three models. They've got the Tiguan Life, which is the entry model. A little bit more basic, doesn't have as many bells and whistles, smaller screen, that sort of thing, cloth seats. But even with cloth seats, some of the best cloth seats I've ever sat in. I don't know what it is. It's the European or Volkswagen in general. Their finishing, even on their lower spec models, is above most other models. Then there's the R-Line, which is a front wheel drive. So very similar spec to this interior. You've got a few different options too. You can get a touring pack, which is your big sunroof, leather seats and massaging seats like we've got on this one. And then there's the all-wheel drive, which is just an all-wheel drive R-Line, so one trim level. This one is about as high a spec as you can get, so it's got the touring pack, big sunroof, Harman Kardon speakers, which I probably can't do on camera, but they go really loud and really well. And then we've also got this one with a black pack. So it's got blacked out accents, blacked out wing mirrors, different wheels, and it looks sharp in the Cipressino green metallic. Brian was a little bit unsure about getting this green, and I promised and said it's the best looking green you've ever seen, and it turned up, and he went, yeah, no, it's the right colour. We sold a couple in this green, and they're floating around town, and every time I see them, they just pop, they stand out. I think the people that want it just want refinement. It's people say, why would I spend more money on, I could buy a Kia or a Toyota or all that sort of thing and get the same reliability as the European cars. But it's the little things, the refinement, the stitching on the doors is finished better than most other brands. It is, it's a premium brand, you're paying more for it. But when you're in it, the comfort, the road noise, just everything's refined. The little things, the way the seats move in sort of more positions than other brands do. They're just well finished. Servicing as well, there's always the old adage of servicing's too expensive, they're unreliable, the parts are too expensive, they're hard to get, which is just null and void now, because all the Volkswagens come with 3 years servicing as standard, and the parts are slightly more expensive, but you don't need them as often. So it's a catch-22. What I've learned with Autoworld, we see Volkswagens in with well over 500,000 Ks, and the one thing they've all got in common is they've in service when they're due. So like most German things, they're strict, and if you do the maintenance when the maintenance is due, you won't have an issue. So the Tiguan is named after, or Tiguan, if we're speaking in a German way, it's named after a tiger and an iguana, a cross between the two. Obviously the tiger is very ferocious and aggressive. The iguana, well, it lives for a very long time, much like the Tiguan. And on the back passenger windows, there's an iguana, a little wee iguana on one side and a tiger on the other. And it's hard to notice if you don't look for it. You'll never notice it. But once you get people looking for that sort of thing, it's just a little quirk that they've got that, I don't know. We did the training and they don't tell you that sort of thing, and it's not till you stumble across it and go, what on earth? And do a bit of research and figure out what it's all about. The Tiguan is sort of suited to a different range of people, whether it's a family that want something comfortable, safe, incredibly safe and reliable for open road travelling, or if it's someone that's heading up to the ski fields, they want the power all-wheel drive. There's not one set sort of person. There's an option in each model of Tiguan or each sort of specification of Tiguan for different people. There's almost one for everyone, depending on what you're looking for. It's really hard to explain until you get people in them and sit in them and ride in them. Little things like when you close the door, they feel strong, they're well built and grunty. On paper, they don't appear that powerful or that performance oriented, but when you drive them, they are designed very, very well. They've proven it. Volkswagen's been around for years and years and years, and they're, sort of always in the top two of global sales. So they know how to make a car. They just think things properly. The steering wheel's comfortable, and there's a heap of adjustment in just about everything, whether it's the front seat, the rear seat, the boot, just the little things. They've thought of almost everything when it comes to this. There's some things that I don't like about it, but that's more the fact that they're just European and I'm not used to them. I really want to floor it. But I've just thought of things, the dual wireless charger, big infotainment screen. Some people don't like the big infotainment screens, but I think they're fantastic. So you can change the colour of virtually everything. So there's lights running all through the dash. You can change the different atmospheres. So the atmosphere isn't just colours, but if I go to red, it changes my dashboard, changes the colour of the lights through here, the doors, the lights in the sides. The atmospheres also change the tone, the bass, so you can have a more energetic type system. Or you can simply go through and change every colour, completely customise it. So I can have a pink background here and blue lights running through the doors and the centre consoles, and it's a very sort of family focused. You can really change things up, personalise it how you suit. Some people say it's just a bit gimmicky. I like it because whenever I jump in it, I change everything to try and match the colour of the car, because I don't know, I'm a bit odd that way. If it's going to be green, I might as well try and make it green. You can have all of these set up slightly differently as well, so it changes how your screens are laid out. So if we change to lounge, like it's on now, it's a sort of a purple colour, and that also changes, makes the speakers a lot more relaxed, and like you'd be listening to lounge type music. If you go energetic, which is red, it comes up a bit more fast paced. My screen changes as well, makes it look a lot more sporty, only the key information is displayed. But it's just that customization that you can personalize it for yourself. Sports, stiffens up the suspension, drops the gears down. And the pedals. But we don't need manual. Sticks to the road, doesn't even feel like you're going 50. Oh, it's so simple. It's blooming big too. Wind diffuser. The hair's not getting messed up. Or a bug catcher, depending which way you look at it. But it's super simple. It's all haptic as well. There's sort of no buttons in there. It's all just side of the fingers. You can also have just the back kicked up as well. Side press. That's probably the biggest thing, is the comfort. And it's a good thing and a bad thing, but this driver's seat has so much customization, I'm actually a little bit uncomfortable. I sit here and fidget with them too much to try and get that perfect spot, whether it's adjusting the height, the angle of the rear, whether I've got the massaging of the seats on or not, the lumbar. There's a whole lot of stuff to play with, and it takes a little bit to actually get it all set up perfectly how you want it. And I often have to explain that on test drives, that you're going to drive it, get your seat set up roughly how you normally would, but do play with it, because you can change so much, even in the front two seats in these, just to find that perfect setting position where you get out, you drive for 2 or 3 hours, you get out and you feel fresh, you're not sore, you don't have a stiff back. And people sort of think, oh, well, my car, I don't get a stiff back when I get out, but most cars these days, if your seat's not quite right, even after a 2-hour journey, you need a bit of a stretch. When you get out, you get out and you feel comfortable, ready to go, refreshed, as you should after sitting in a car for 2 hours. It shouldn't be a bore or shouldn't make you tired. So everything's refined, everything's thought of, well finished. One thing I don't think people talk about enough is the brakes. Man, does this thing stop when it has to. They seem to be sort of oversized discs or rotors, and when you have to stomp on the brake, which I like to test these things out to find out how good they actually are. If you don't have your seatbelt on, I wouldn't want to not wear a seatbelt. It stops, and it stops dead. It's not something I'd recommend doing, and I have to often warn people if they're going for a test drive, just be wary of the brakes, because if you do stand on it, you will come to a stop in an incredible rate of knots. Want to find out? Hold on. Ready? Seatbelts lock up quick, don't they? One of the things I've never thought was necessary, but I now love. Long trip, keep the kids occupied, throw the phone or tablet in there, hold your drinks. I love it. Kinks and turns. And it's solid. Man, it's solid. Turn up the aircon if I'm a bit cold in the back. Double USB-C chargers. They think of most things, I think. It's all the little things I've done really, really well. Oh, it's so good. Touch on and off. Not too many chunky buttons, anything like that. It is angular, but it follows the lines on the body as well. I think it's one of the best shaped cars on the market today. Exterior looks incredible and it flows through into the interior, the way the angles and everything works. Everything flows. I don't know, I love it. Spacious, comfortable. Can adjust the back if I need to. I want to sit a little bit more upright, lie down a bit more. Comfortable. Isofix every week. I don't know how many car seats you can put in here. You can have a rear-facing child seat in the front as well, so you can turn the airbags off. There's a top tier down here, so you can fit safely multiple car seats in here, which is good. Who needs that? See what I was talking about with the seats, how they're really adjustable? Everything's adjustable. Who needs to go forward, back, up and down? I do, because my head never touches the blimmin' headrest. I sit funny.